So again, I've got my list of stuff. I've done all my circuits, all my exercises. The last thing that I'm going to do is create my programs. There is some customization within those programs. So we'll start at the beginning though with our program list. You can obviously grab up your template, but what you can also do is create a new one. So if I hit my create button, I give it a title, so demo program. And then for default start date, I always recommend that anybody starts any program that they build on a Sunday. Just allows you to see the full calendar view. It allows you to see the full week. So for this example, we'll grab Sunday the 11th. Of course, you can start it on any day you want, but for this example, we'll see the full calendar by grabbing Sunday. Hit save. Once I've saved that, given it a title, I have my calendar view here. I can build my programs from there. I can see my full week on that view. Now for the example here, I'm going to add some circuits to different days and we can work on the different tools. So your options here is if I hover over Monday, I hit my plus button, I can either just add exercise here and build a circuit out right now, or I can grab from the library, either creating from an exercise, which is going to work in the same way, or selecting one of my pre-created templates that I have in the library. So I'm going to go ahead and select from library. I'm going to grab one here. What you do when you select that, it gives you a preview of what's in it, how the progressions are, or if there's any supersets or anything like that. I select it, I drop it into my day. And then once I'm in the program, I can edit this circuit any way I'd like. So if I click on barbell bench press, it's going to ask me, do I want to customize this? I say yes, customize. It'll bring me to my progression editor. And from there, I can go ahead and change any of the constraints, any of the progressions, anything like that, how I normally would in the circuit builder without changing the template that I had originally built. So I'm going to save this day. And for the sake of time, I'm just going to grab some random circuits and drop it in and build out a week. So let's grab something different. Select that, save. And then we'll scroll on over to Friday and grab another one. So we have a Monday, Wednesday, Friday template built. I'm just going to grab a warm up here just so we have something in there. So select, drop it in. All right, so I have my calendar built out. I have my Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Now, we've got a couple tools to save you some time building out a large-scale program. So if I want to use the same Monday, Wednesday, Friday with similar exercises or similar build out, I can go ahead and expand that week by hitting on this expand week icon. Gives me a little preview of what I've programmed to this point. And from there, what I can do is if I want to build out, 4, 5, 6 week block of training, all I have to do is click on my 3 dots, hit copy week, and I can drop it into weeks here. So say this is going to be a 4-week template. I hit my little clipboard to paste it down and we're good to go. And then from there, it saves you some time. You don't have to copy individual days or build out each week by itself. You have the template built out and now you can make your individual adjustments using the tools that are available to you. And again, just to show you another tool, we can copy a day just by itself by hitting the 3 dots, hitting copy, and you can paste it over any existing day to change something up or into any empty day. It's your choice. So that is an option as well. But if you have any individual edits, any progressions or anything like that that you want to create, say Monday is going to be the same set of exercises, but you have different rep ranges or different schemes that you want to use that day, we can go ahead and hit our magnifying glass and find where our exercises are. What this magnifying glass is going to do, it's going to drop in a list of everything that's been programmed to this point within the exercise so you can easily find it. So say I want to change out my barbell back squat. There's a couple different ways that you can do this. If I wanted to just edit progressions, if I select my barbell back squat, it goes ahead and highlights where it is, and it'll tell you how it's programmed to this point. So say I want my progression to be a little different week 2. I go ahead and click on it. I open it up and I can go ahead and again just individually edit these. So maybe I want to change how many reps are in a set or what the percentages are or whatever the constraints are, the properties on it. You can go from there. Editing tests allows you to create a test set. So say you want it to be an APRE style. If I hit edit test and I say set 1 is going to be my test set, that athlete's weight for the test set. So say I'm going to do 4 reps and make it a max. Or just 1 rep, make it a max, 1 RM test. That will automatically update, and then the next 2 sets or how many sets you add in will base off of that new 1 RM, so you can change the programming from that way. You can also change the properties like we showed before. Otherwise, Another tool that you can use, this is more of an individual thing. We talk about that athlete pain of where the athlete's programs are. So this might be on a more individual level of if an athlete comes in and talks to you and, you know, my knee's hurting today, or I've got a doctor's note saying I can't squat, whatever that is. After you've hit that magnifying glass to highlight the exercise you want to swap. So for this example is going to be my back squat still. I can hit my 3 dots here and use my swap exercise tool. So I grab my exercise. What I can do is either grab, you know, maybe we're just changing it out for 1 week or 2 weeks. What you can also do is hit this button here and select all of them if you want to pull it out for this entire block. We hit our swap button. It brings us to the exercise library, and you can swap it out with anything that you want within the library, whatever it may be. So you name your exercise, insert exercise here, you grab it. It gives you a preview. So barbell back squat is being swapped out for barbell clean in this example. Might not be the best example, but you know what I mean. We hit next. There's 2 options here. You can either check this box to keep settings. What this does is keeps the constraints, the properties, the progressions all the same. If you want it to be something new, just leave this box unchecked, hit swap. It brings you to progression editor, and you can edit from there and change it up however you'd like. We hit save. As soon as I've hit save and I'm happy with what I've done, it swaps it out and you're good to go. So barbell back squat is no longer, and barbell clean has been put in its place with the constraints that we've chosen. So that's in a nutshell our program builder. The last thing I'll touch on really quickly is just the assignment. The assignment, we'll look at this little MySpace looking icon here. We click on that. It'll give you a pane of if this program's been assigned. You can see to who, when the expiration date is, when it started, and all of that. We can also pause and play assignments if we want to make large scale edits and we don't want our athletes to open that. We can hit pause. Otherwise, we can just grab an athlete from the list. We drop it in. We can either grab individuals or grab a whole team. Once I'm happy with who it's in, I hit my back arrow. I prompt on home screen or not. It's simply put, it's the view. We hit continue. And the only thing I want to touch on before we open this up for questions or anything like that is with our program assignment, you can either start today. It's going to give you a warning if it's a different day. Program's default start date, obviously, if I want it to start on the 11th, it's on the 11th or a specific date. I just need you to be aware of the fact that day 1 is still day 1, even though this program specifically, day 1 is technically Monday because it's the first day that it has programming. If you do select a Monday here, it's going to tell you it's a different weekday than the program. It shifts this whole thing over so that Monday actually becomes an empty day versus the program day. So it's just something to be aware of. If you're going to be moving it to a different day, you want to make sure that if this calendar starts on a Sunday, you're better off starting it on a Sunday so it's consistent, whether it's a Sunday now or in the future. And then you hit assign and it drops it out. Those athletes get that program. So that's the program builder in a nutshell. A few tools for you, a few tips and tricks, and that's a wrap on me rambling on about it.